Thank you very much, Paul. Indeed, this is going to be an incredible final map.
Yes.
This is a Mousesports map in many senses, but Tyloo, James, they're crazy. They're crazy. They're up for aggressive fights. They're not afraid, and they love to get in there.
Ooh, knives.
And that's, I think, a good mix of characteristics if you want to play this map well.
I forgot to take my pass off. I sincerely apologize. I've ruined the broadcast. That's a very quick knife round for Mousesports. Now, I feel like it's advantage Mousesports for me. I mean, Dust 2, Woxic, Chris J. I don't know, you know. I think it's going to be a difficult one. But indeed, as you said, Tyloo are full of surprises. So we can take nothing for granted for them.
I think it's a good map for them too. Yeah.
There's a big crowd out there who don't want to be disappointed. They were so supportive in the some of the insane plays and the normal plays, well, all of them, that we saw on that previous map and the one prior. But now maybe things become their most difficult for Tyloo. They had great starts on Overpass and Inferno. Can they do the same on Dust 2?
Indeed. It's going to be an exciting one. I cannot wait. And I will not have to wait any longer. We get the Tyloo team pushing through to the long position. I'm actually surprised that Mousesports actually decided to start CT. Frozen will be flashed away. Chris J with a quick kill in the upper tunnels, as Mousesports have pushed that position, which really puts Tyloo in a spot where they may feel committed towards the A bomb side, but in fact, they're going back with the bomb towards T spawn. That's actually quite unusual. You'd normally see the T's just commit towards the A site, knowing that more players have been pushing around mid. And this could go badly for them because they've lost 2 players now, and there are CTs basically everywhere surrounding them. They've almost moved into a worse position. How are they going to handle this one? Well, Bentet will take down Woxic, so that's something. And they do have a minute to play, and that's another thing that they can be happy about. But what is the next move?
Chris J has darted down long, sees nothing there. Can't imagine he'll go for a flank and leave Frozen alone. Kerrigan falls back towards the B bomb site, looking to abuse the range of these USPs. It's only Glocks that remain. Though actually, no, Bentet I think has got a P2000. There's one popped by Frozen. Chris J will be, sorry, Frozen gets popped. Chris J falling back now, again trying to hold position and use the range once more. But we have a USP for the Ts. Somehow Tyloo have planted the bomb in a very unlikely position considering how it looked in mid earlier on. And now we've got a retake from the low ground. This is just turning around for Tyloo. That's a nice pop from Kerrigan though, but can they find some more? 2 versus 2. There's a kit for Kerrigan and everybody's dead, Dan. The pistol goes to Mousesports.
Yeah, but as you said, pretty remarkable that Tyloo actually managed to, 1, make it look winnable, 2, get a bomb plant out of the position where they started. It was a 3 versus 5. They had no position on the map. They rotated back. They actually had to rotate out along and sack one of their players to basically start over again, and they still got a bomb plant, and that will of course mean Krieg. It means 2 Kriegs. We get a couple Kriegs dropped, and I'm curious, how is this going to go? Oh, there's a third. Is there a third Krieg? There's a third Krieg. They've really gone. That's actually so insane, isn't it? 3 Kriegs. They have 3 smokes, 3 sets of Kevlar and helmets. Actually, there's only 2 helmets, but still. Lots of damage to be potentially done here by these weapons, and already Chris J will feel the wrath. That Krieg just sitting there in somebody. Oh my god, Woxic is doing some serious damage with the Scout here. He is so devastatingly strong with the Scout. Oh my god, this is not how you want this to go if you're Tyloo. You need to get those Kriegs into position. The Lemmings are dead. There's no one to bait now for the Kriegs. And Chris J peeking with the UMP, gets the kill long distance. Tyloo are really committing everything into middle here, and it's just not working at all for them. What is the next move?
Well, there's an opening kill, but how many more kills are likely with Rops's position? Probably not that many. He starts to walk, so somebody doesn't have the information. Rops surely checks suicide here. Yeah, all the angles. There's one. Some taps for Sama. He will get finished off eventually. There's a nice upgrade, I think, for Rops as well. Indeed, he moves up to a Krieg. This is a fantastic start for Mousesports. They didn't get reset. In fact, they will take the 3rd round, or move to the 3rd round with 2 Kriegs in tow. So this is the best start they've had in any of these games, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the games, the economy's been kind of weird because that 2nd round always seems to be, well, they always struggle to convert it. But here, yes, it's a great start. And it's Dust 2 as well. And those CT rounds are extremely impactful, as it can be so difficult to stop the T-side momentum when they get rolling. And we'll see Tyloo going towards the catwalk fairly quickly, I'd imagine. So not going to be a fun time to get out of the mid position against Chris J. They may try to overwhelm him. They don't have a flashbang though, so it would be difficult to challenge. They'll go up to catwalk and Catwalk is given in situations like this as one of the close range positions on the map. So you know as a T side, it's usually fairly free in this scenario. If you get an opening pick, you can maybe get onto a short plant at best.
That molly, I don't think is going to come in time. Okay, going for the side instead. However, it has been missed. It's a big headshot from attacker. A bomb plant would be fantastic, and it looks like that will happen at the very least for Tyloo. They've got another kill. They can't get to any rifles apart from the one on the site. Bentet's picked it up. This is dangerous for Mousesports.
Yeah.
There was no reset in round 2, but it could be in round 3.
Yeah, that smoke, there's so many different decisions for that, but it does go down to short now. Robs has to, oh, is there a small gap? Oh, there just is not. So this is interesting. Robs, does he decide to go through that smoke when his teammates create a distraction? Okay, well, there, everyone's dead, so never mind. It's going to be the, I mean, this is kind of how the pistol round looked as well. It looked like,
Someone get on the bomb?
Might be doable.
Oh, okay, Woxic picked up a kit.
But it looked like it might be doable, but then all of a sudden everyone's dead, so.
I was wondering for a minute there. I think on the retake, no one had a kit there, but I think he picked one up on the site. So
That bomb plant was so critical, though, because now they're going to get a lot of extra utility that maybe otherwise they wouldn't have been afforded. Or it's a little bit of extra cash that will allow those extra nades to be purchased, you know, should they lose this round and get a bomb plant. So it's definitely not a bad position to be in. And the AWP is out on Summer.
early flashes towards long, but it will be taken by Frozen and Carrigan. Importantly, at this juncture, Woxic has no flashbangs. When you have a sniper playing on the A side, one job they also have is flashbang support for players on long, or players on A side, depending on where the sniper is. So that's one thing to look out for as the rounds progress. Tyloo creeping towards short. Looking for a peek, not going to get one. Standard stuff so far in that they're taking short. This is to be expected. Chris J creeping closer to the smoke. They're going to boost over the smoke. A little too late, however. But there can be a rotation back towards mid, and it'll catch people off guard. Someone gets taken out. Mousesports are happy with that. Tyloo know there are 2 plays in CT. There's an instant incendiary, so they can't really react to that information.
Well, they've got that catwalk control at the very least, and it's a difficult spot to play because right now the CTs are happily sitting on the 2-3 setup. Now, Tyloo, they'd love it if they could convince one of these CTs to go down into this CT position. But they're going to commit to the execution of the A bomb site, and Frozen's making the play. And everyone has experience now at this point of how Avangard do this and what the weaknesses are. And you need someone in this position where Frozen is, and there's going to be so many kills. Look at this, 3 quick kills. Can't get the 4th, but everybody's been wiped out, leaving Bentet alone against 4. And that's the play. That is the way that you deal with that execute. It's one of the best possible options to stop it. Bentet, he needs to get damage here. He's going to try to commit to a plant. He might actually get it. Ooh, that was very close. Well done to the Woxic denying that plant.
4-0. Mousesports will feel like they're in a driving seat, and I don't hear a single person in that crowd anymore.
Absolutely, and I mean this is interesting though. We see Tyloo immediately pull out the A set piece. So I would imagine that's something we're going to see later on. I would hope to see that it follows maybe more of a delay, maybe have a lurk smoke going on that position, harassing the rest of the map first, pulling rotation around before committing to something like that. Because if you just do it straight up, it's fairly easy to set up against and stop. Ooh, nice shot from Attacker. He actually got stopped mid-jump by the nade, but still adjusted.
Yeah, it's a big opening frag for him. And Carrigan's going to fight for some position. He's so good with the AUG, looking for a second. Won't quite get there on this occasion. Psychological warfare, maybe self-imposed by Tyloo with so many opportunities to take this 2-0. As Mousesports grow stronger, I mean, it might not happen here, but if they do, you have to wonder if in the back of their mind they think about disappointing all the fans here who want to see them in the final. Woxic evens the numbers. That flashbang will tell them that more players are towards long. That may be deliberate presence from Tyloo as they move away from the long position. Freeman's been lurking in B-halls in this time, and the bomb is in that direction. Somebody will make his way towards top mid. One of these bomb sites has to have just the one person on, and right now it's B.
Absolutely. He's a fantastic anchor on any bomb site. That Krieg, though, having the Krieg on the B bomb site is so good, so strong in holding those choke points with that scope and that rate of fire. Going for a play. Oh my God! What is That is crazy. Oh, no, again, yeah, Robs is not the guy you want to run into. And even if Chris J hadn't got that kill, it would have been, I think, pretty easy to win the round there. I think Robs has those kills every day. And 5-0 for Mousesports. They are looking not only confident and happy, but it doesn't look like they are going to be stopped anytime soon here. Now, this is one of those situations where, Tyloo, you were mentioning before, James, having more experience against the Western teams than perhaps anyone else in the Asian region. However, one of the things is that there is a huge map pool. So having the relevant experience across the entire map pool can be difficult to attain. And obviously, this is such a Mousesports map, and they know. Avangard's been out there for a while. They've showed people how to deal with the various troubling situations that a T-side can put a CT side in. And so far, we've seen Mousesports pretty much respond to everything in the best possible way. And even when they're down players, they still find a way to come back in. So what do Tyloo... They're starting to show us a bit more strength here.
Well, this spy absolutely sucks. 5-0 for Mousesports. We do hear some cheering in the crowd now, trying to spur on the team once again, but don't know how much mileage they'll get from this particular round. Looking to split the B bomb site, it seems. Got the lurk smoke to take the positions away from construction/window area. Woxic, not shy for aggression. That lurk smoke is cool because you can jump up to the double stack next to the tunnels there. Of course, the main double stack is on the site itself, but I don't have another name for that position. All right, Chris J's by the doors. He's got problems. Oh my God, maybe he doesn't because he's got a Krieg. There's a trade from Summer, however. Robs is still alive by the car position. He knows the spray, as you can see. A Krieg, like before the Org was nerfed, it was so strong on the B bomb site of Dust 2, and now the Krieg has taken its place if you pick one up.
And it's even better, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Tyloo, where are you? Freeman's 006.
Yeah, it's about getting into position to get get spots to actually get the kills, and so far they've not been finding it. And this is a long spawn, and I really want to see them go long. They've got to make these long spawns work for them. You can be blessed sometimes with many long spawns. Let's see how well this one goes for them. As Attacker goes forward between the smokes to find what he can, but it's Freeman to get the opening onto Carrigan. Frozen, doubling down, finds Attacker through the smoke. That's a good prediction, understanding that he would be behind that smoke that was close. That's experience for you, that's game sense for you. And they are down a man, but they still have position. Woxic is very dangerous from car. If there's no Molotov, which there is a couple Molotovs, so he's actually going to fall back. It looks like Tyloo may waste some utility on that car position because they don't know that. So what do they do here? They have long. They have the 4v3. They've got a minute to play with as well, so they don't have to rush things here. But it looks like they will commit towards the A-bomb side after all.
Chris J and Robs by the mid doors. Robs is going through the smoke, so there may be some high ground advantage on short for Robs and co. There's only one flashbang, which Robs won't be in position to deploy just yet, but AWP might just be enough. Chris J will get taken out while Woxic holds from Gandalf. That's a beautiful flick from him. Made it 2 versus 2. No incendiary, just a flash and a smoke. But how do they deal with Woxic? There are no grenades for Tyloo. The bomb can be planted. He's peeking. Freeman peeking short, carrying the bomb. He could have just planted it. Summer's covering every angle he could have got shot from. A gamble taken, a gamble failed. Summer commits to the bomb plant, and Woxic will reposition. And that's the round over. 7 rounds for Mousesports, and again, it's silence. It sounds like a library in Shanghai all of a sudden.
Yeah, that is a really weird decision, James, because if he gets that bomb plant, they can play off each other. And it's actually very difficult, I think, for Mousesports, because there is a world where they can maybe even get down to the ramp, at least one of them, and everything is kind of covered favorably. You have to have the AWP pushing forwards. It's just that, yeah, that's just a very odd peak. I feel like an advantage was given there, and maybe that's a sign of Tyloo cracking under the pressure here, of maybe just not feeling like they are quite as prepared as they would like to be against Mousesports on Dust 2.
It's looking deflated at the moment here for Tyloo. Looking a little Hindenburg. Big fat 0. Everybody's on the scoreboard now, at least that's something, but how do they turn this around? All 7s in the death column for Tyloo. Maybe soon it will be all 8s. They start with a standard short take. Somebody lurking outside long. Can deploy mid to B smoke from there as well. We have seen them in this tournament. Freeman will do it from short, but Frozen's expectant. He's already in position for this. And he will smoke off the doors from his position and go through the smoke to see what's going on. And he will see that it was a lie. Somebody looks to be poking towards long, so Carrigan is isolated. Woxic has one flash to support his teammate. Frozen, though, is starting to move towards A as well.
Ooh, the push out, punishing Carrigan. That's the risky maneuver, and he is not going to be happy with that one. Woxic, lot to deal with. He's got some rifle support, though. Frozen is being jiggled. Can he survive this one? Managed to put down the smoke. This is getting very awkward. Woxic is on the site still trying to defend. Frozen holds it down only for so long, but it's up to Rops now. I don't know that he can do much about this position.
Well, that's a big gap, and the bomb needs to cross. That's quite the perfect throw. That often fails. I feel like it fails almost every single time, but oh my God, Rops.
Whoa.
Okay, well, he's made it winnable. He's given himself a chance. He's got a defuse kit. He's in a 1 versus 2. He has an AWP, but he creeps with the Deagle. Now we've got an off angle from Summer. He's in a committed position, and he's just going to take one straight in the face. Target selection from Rops. He's checking all the angles. He was so close. He's so patient.
Oh my God.
And he leaves Bentet with 17 HP. He's just so calm. Has he been doing yoga?
That's actually so insane. I mean, firstly, it's insane that somebody kind of just gives him a free kill, just walking in front of the smoke, and then after all, all of that, it's a very weird spot
Was
to
he
be
through
in.
the smoke? It's hard to tell with the
No,
X-ray.
I think he was in front of the smoke, or maybe yeah, as you said,
Yeah.
it is actually kind of hard to tell. But either way, yeah, it is amazing that Robs has the confidence to go for that, and it really cripples the money situation for Tyloo.
Ooh. Yeah, Rob's cleared those positions very, very well from that short area. Took nothing for granted.
Yeah, he knows how to pre-aim at every spot.
The one round Tyloo won still looked terrifying in victory. Now, they have a good buy, but they are lacking grenades on a lot of their players, Tyloo. They've got a load of flashbangs. They have enough smokes to go for some kind of execute towards the A-bomb site. 4 players creeping up short. This has been common the way they approach. Frozen starts to creep towards mid-doors, as does Chris J. How do they face this corner? Again, this is standard. This is nothing untoward. This is the usual stuff. I can't believe, I think it was somebody who creeped out of that smoke on long last round. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Woxic and Frozen on A. Carrigan is alone. Woxic gets no flicks on this occasion. Frozen now. He's in no man's land. He's going to get absolutely popped by this Krieg. Is this the start of a comeback for Tyloo?
Yeah, this is a great show of strength in this round, and that's actually one of the things about the Kriegs have allowed you to do, is have more success when you're trying to challenge your opponent that's playing car. So it's good to see the Tyloo recognize that they can abuse that fact, and somebody hunting down Robs, who manages to survive on 16 HP. He's going to go for the repeat though. Robs extremely confident in his precision, and he should be. He is a very, very lethal player, but he will get taken down. So all of the players have been wiped out there for Mousesports, which actually does cripple their economy. And they will decide to take a timeout to figure out exactly how they want to manage the situation. I mean, I guess they might just go for it and just get that buy in there. Just get it in there. It really depends on how they feel, because I think probably if I'm being pragmatic, a half buy is probably more reasonable. But here it is. You can see the power of the Kriegs, the impact that they're having on this situation. It's very difficult to stop them. It's difficult to stop.
Seven to 2. Well, there's a chance for Tyloo. It started horribly. A taste of their own medicine, perhaps. Now, can they turn things around? Opportunity knocks. Mousesports again. I spoke about their CT ecos and force buys. We haven't really seen the fruits of their labor in this particular series like we saw before. But it's never too late to turn things around in that respect. Woxic and Frozen with Kevlar. Rops on the scout as opposed to Woxic, which is interesting.
I got to say as well, already having 7 rounds with the prospect for so many more that are possible, it's actually it's a super strong position for Dust 2.
Look at this setup on B. We've got 3 players around the car, although they are starting to move. There's more activity now, not having seen anything. Chris J playing anti-flash. Frozen and Woxic have a potential crossfire. There's a lot going on. Carrigan's on short with a flashbang, which he may never get to throw.
Yeah, that's a really bad peek. You're closer to the corner of engagement, as well as your left eye versus the right eye of the T's peeking you. Oh, hello. That's a potentially recoverable gun. They may try to go for that one.
Why not? Chris J could certainly go for it. He's got little to lose.
There we go. It's free T spawn to go and grab that one.
Yeah, somebody will have to take a few steps back to have some proper cover from those barrels next time. A lesson learned. Well, Tyloo moved to 3, but Mousesports will quickly be back on the buy, I do believe.
Maybe they can get another gun under this. Bentet's very close. And Mousesports know that most of them are probably, I mean, they would have heard a lot of the noise around the cats. Just gets another connection. Bentet down very late. He's going to die to the bomb, actually. So Robs has just forced Bentet to die to the bomb. That's actually some decent damage. They pick up an AK and get 2 kills. They survive, 2 players survive with Kevlar. That's actually a really good round from Mousesports. In defeat, they look very good, which is converse to what you were saying earlier about how Tyloo in some of their victories have looked very desperate.
Right, we got the MC popping off the Tyloo crowd. And it very much is a Tyloo crowd. Let's see if they can give them something to shout about. Chris J will continue on the scouts. A fast boost for Woxic. He'll look into lower tunnel. Woxic on head. Here's attacker ready for this. There's a flashbang from his teammates. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get taken out anyway. You can flash that position yourself. There's a flash you can do. I think it's a left and right click over the box. I don't exactly know the lineup, but you might see Alex doing it. Creep on short, another flashbang. Tyloo being really good with their flashes, and the classic Mousesports team used to talk about how they used to flash everything on Dust 2, on the old Dust 2, and now it's Tyloo on the new. Bentet taken out there, as is somebody. The advantages are slipping for Tyloo. They don't have position on long, and there's nothing else for someone to do. He can't re-peek that. The bomb is so close to the ledge, the attacker will fall. It was looking so good for Tyloo, but Mousesports have gone straight back to winning ways. A 4 versus 1, and Summer has 1 minute to lament the choices and the fate of his teammates in this round.
And this is exactly what you needed to see. You know, of course, Robs continues to deliver. He's been extremely consistent throughout this tournament. But it's Woxic on Dust 2, and Woxic is, of course, the main focal point. That's the guy that you want to see do very well for Mousesports on this map in particular. It's such an all-purpose playground, and he's been having a great time. He's been set up well. He's handled all these situations of being flashback and flashback pretty well. If we consider there that he basically was in his last position in terms of the spots where you can fall back and fall back. It was like the last one before he has to give up the site, and that's when he starts actually getting the kills. So, you know, Tyloo, as you say, they were doing their best to deny Woxic, but he still managed to get value. And Carrigan did a great job holding down long and pushing Summer back. So Woxic never had to fear a push from long at the same time, and that's how they get you. That's how the T side gets you, that pinch from long and short at the same time. But Mousesports standing strong here, and we don't have any. We don't really have the great long spawns at all for Tyloo. In fact, there's not really long spawns at all in this next round. It's there's more really B spawns. So let's see what they decide to do with it. Someone's actually got the closest spawn to B, and he's got the AWP, so he may try to go for a pick to the B side.
What is he doing? He's staring at the floor. I wonder if this is emotional or if he's actually just doing something that we can't see. Tactical timeout from Tyloo. This has been a conundrum, this game of Dust 2. The first 2 maps so exciting for Tyloo, but just where have they gone now? I think this is a great final map for Mousesports. We've just seen too much from them. They're just too well suited for Dust 2, I think. But again, there is time for Tyloo to turn things around. We haven't seen much of anything. It's a candle in the wind, their chances, it feels like. At least early on in this map, but Rops is 12 for 3. He's unstoppable.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Every single game.
His form, honestly, his form has been so crazy. I mean, I know we keep talking about it, but how can we not?
It's every game. We have to.
He's
giving us no choice.
Yeah. And it's just the fashion in which he does it. That's also what's remarkable. He has a very, very own distinctive style at this point. And indeed, Summer goes to the pick towards the B bomb site. There's actually 3 players there from Mousesports, so they seem to anticipate that at least in the early timings that this could be a possibility, and there's even a flashbang ready for this. So Mousesports seem to understand.
Yeah, the angle Rops is holding, a T push would be very deep into the side, so it's partly why the flash is set up for that particular setup they have in general. Woxic hopping off the balcony, off the ledge. Again, as a T, you've got to be very careful if you're carrying the bomb. You can't go near that ledge, because if you get picked, the bomb, is going over that ledge into C2 spawn. Looks like we might have a Vanguard-esque executes in towards the A bomb site. 50 seconds remain. We've got 3 Mousesports players towards the B bomb site. Again, Tyloo have been good at making them guess. Karrigan and Woxic now in positions where they're probably going to have to fall back towards long.
Yeah, you can see Tyloo have learned. They're trying to find that close player, which before was frozen. But of course, oh my god, that shouldn't be happening. Woxic gets 2. They're supposed to get the site for free, and then it's supposed to be a retake for Mousesports. But no, it's already a situation where Mousesports have got 2 picks before the bomb's even gone down. This is terrible. It's a catastrophe for Tyloo.
Karrigan starting to creep up already to support Frozen with a beautiful pop. Frozen, absolutely ice cold. They only lose 1 player at the very end, Mousesports. They're looking so strong on this CT side of Dust 2, 9-3 is what is on your screens at the moment. Tyloo, where are you? They've had 3 rounds recently, but again, it just feels way too strong for Mousesports. Looks like they've solved the puzzle of Tyloo.
Yeah, Woxic is just playing really well. So, he's playing very, very well. When he gets the opportunity, he hits the shot, and that is rough. I don't know if it should have been the case that the smokes were supposed to cover them all the way, or if there was a flashbang missing, or what it was. But yeah, Woxic got an inch and he took a mile there. And here he is on the long position, and if there's oh my god, what the hell was that? How did he manage to pull that one off?
It was hope, Dan.
That did not make sense. Somebody's going in for more, and he finds a second headshot with the Deagle, and there's guns to be collected. Oh my goodness, he's created something here for Tyloo, and Summer's going to make it even better. You can see they've definitely been watching the Avangard demos, James.
Yep. High flashbang for Chris J, but there is one in the smoke. It's somebody. He's going in front rather than behind, but he's going to catch Chris J with a grenade in his hand. Super awkward for Chris J, but he might just do some serious damage here. He's at a point of no return. He's got to go for something. Bentet planting for short. He's almost showing. Oh, his scalp is just about surviving there. Chris J trying to rip it off with his bare hands at this point. Still creeping as Bentet. Really awkward stuff. The only person without a rifle near his attacker to finally deal with Chris J, and Rops will quietly fall back because, again, the money is looking ropey once more for Mousesports. There's still a chance for 6 for Tyloo, and winning this run in such a fashion, that may increase that chance by quite a lot.
Robs is looking the right way, and he'll get annihilated, and that's important because they just took the Krieg out of his hands. Right, that's one of those rounds where sometimes you just get a round that you weren't counting on, and that was maybe the one round for Tyloo in which that was the case. Great stuff there from somebody, and you can see some frustration there from Karrigan. Not happy with that, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. And we'll see if Tyloo can still find any consistency, because that's really been the issue, is that there's not really been any consistent answers for Tyloo in how they deal with this. And we see another cap or boost coming in on the cap position towards that lower dark area, and in the meantime, Tyloo taking long, and if you get long for free like this, it means that there's a cap play at hand, and they will understand that.
Looking towards the sights. Karrigan with an off angle. Summer looking to punish Curiosity. No connection. A little too high, perhaps. Woxic will be with Frozen in that short position, which won't be challenged anytime soon, it seems like. A slow creep from somebody. A perfect grenade, though, from Karrigan. And they keep creeping so close to the side with minimal sound cues. Got to be careful around those smokes. Karrigan falls back to the goose position. Freeman's already on the site. Surely Karrigan's got no idea. How on earth has he made it here? Has he been spotted? He's in the red now, getting tagged. Freeman. 3 players remain for Mousesports, and that incendiary will be a problem, and Frozen trying to deal with it, but he'll get pops. Chris J alone now, closing in on his opponent, eating a flashbang. He knows one is on long, but he's got a chance if he looks towards the side, but he won't. Summer will take him out, and the money is now broken for Mousesports. As bad as this has looked for Tyloo, they might get 6 rounds out of this half, and it looked a lot worse than the score would suggest, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. It just has been so dominating the storyline here from the Mousesports side of things, and it's it doesn't feel like it makes sense that Tyloo have this many rounds, but they do, and they absolutely earn them, of course. And with the prospect of 6, that's definitely a workable situation, but and again, you have to remember that this is most commonly a map where the T's get way more rounds, so much for Tyloo to worry about. There's Bentet taking down Christian. The aggression not working out here for Mousesports as Garrigan comes through to the back. He finds one with the 5-7. Can he get another one? Not quite. That would have been everything for Mousesports. It's Frozen and Woxic left. Woxic critically low. And what can Frozen do? He is locked out of position. Woxic with the FAMAS on the low grounds.
This is like one of the worst fights just in the game. It's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. There's nowhere to hide. You can barely see somebody's head. And you're probably going to die unless you do something absolutely insane. 6 rounds for Tyloo. 6 unlikely rounds. This has been terminal. This half has looked terminal for them, but it's not terminal for the crowd. There's plenty of shouting, as you may be able to hear. It's only 3 rounds. If they win the pistol, like this could be... There's a chance, there's a world where this is the most unlikely win on this map. After such a great performance in the first 2, they've just fallen to pieces. They've gone missing, Tyloo, but they still managed to squeeze out 6 rounds. It's very unusual.
But again, it has to be said, just now, you know, Mousesports are moving into the side where they've got the Kriegs. They're on the T side. Again, this is a map where you can get this crushing level of momentum. The T side, it's not like Overpass. On the CT side, it's not like Overpass. You don't get almost any aggressive options. So it'll be very, very difficult for Tyloo if they don't win the pistol and convert the second round against the inevitable T4 spy. Tyloo really have to, I can't really emphasize it enough, they must get off to a good start if they want to have any hope in dealing with Mousesports in this 3rd and final map to make the finals against Sense later on today. And here we go. What is the selection of plays from Mousesports? Looks like they'll make their way towards long. Rob's on the PT50 as always. Always the raid boss. He has earned it time and again.
Will it be just the one shot? Close, but not quite. Somebody's still dancing. He could change his angle. He will change his angle, and that's beautiful. Great response from somebody. A very important kill. Robs is down first. That dramatically increases their chances of winning the round. He's been such a... I mean, we've said enough already. What else is there to say? Somebody repositions. We've got 3 players just sitting in the B bomb site for Tyloo. Is this a counter strat? Is this expectation, or is this let's make this play, see if it works? Mousesports are creeping towards short, so they have a pistol split potential of the A bomb site. The P250's been picked up by Woxic, so now he's the raid boss. Attacker is being attacked. There's a bomb drops on the floor, but somebody can't find 2. The headshots keep coming, and there's still a man advantage for Tyloo, but they don't have position.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult here. Bomb is going to be collected by Chris J. He's going to make his way across. Smoke is still down, thank goodness. He'll be happy about that. Frozen looking to cover along it. It's not a great weapon to do it with against the USP, but he gets the instant dink onto Freeman. So that actually puts him at a great advantage now in that fight. But Bente coming in with the flashbangs, and Summer putting the pressure on the CZ. It's all up to Chris J. He's trying to reposition. He knows he had to put his back against the short box. He had to win that 1v1, but he can't. And that is the much needed pistol. But Tyloo, they did concede a bomb plant, which means that the Kriegs are coming.
Frozen playing a dangerous game, looking at the smoke in CT. He's lucky not to get popped in that position. I mean, how could he know somebody was there? But that smoke works both ways. Chris J trying to force the action towards short. Had to take a duel somewhere before they encroach on his position. Didn't work out. So this is so unlikely based on what we witnessed in that first half. But Tyloo have won the pistol in the second half, and they could potentially... Well, they won't go for the force buy then, in fact.
I actually like that choice because it's actually something that has more consistency to it. It avoids variance. We can go into that. Actually, I have time to go into very quickly. if they go for that, they don't have much utility. And if it goes wrong, then there's Kriegs in the CT hands, and very quickly, and then that creates huge problems. So it's actually better to have more behind the Kriegs before going for it.
We saw what the Krieg could do on the B bomb side, but let's see what Mousesports can do on short, because they've taken Bentet down. Is attacker good for the multi-frag? Seems like he might be being real patient with the Orc, but Woxic is Woxic. 1 versus 3, and he'll pick up a scope himself. We'll see what he favors. Actually, he's completely missed the Org as he makes his way towards the site, but at least it might be a highlight reel. Woxic on the A bomb site with the Deagle only. In the 1 versus 3, he's got a smoky spots Freeman in CT. What other information can he glean? We've got a drop now. So 2 CTs on the low ground, trying to close the distance maybe. Now they're all on the low ground, and they will just blast him in the face. Another bomb plant, some bonus money for Mousesports, but Tyloo closed the gap to 1.
Absolutely, and but you know what? We get the bomb plant from Mousesports, and I think ultimately that's what they were really looking for. And you know, Woxic is 7k at this point, so he gets the AWP immediately. Now we get all the Kriegs, but we get all the nades as well. And what that means as well is, if let's say your first attempt at a pick or a play goes poorly, maybe you're in a 3v4 or 4v4 or 4v5, whatever it is, you have utility to swing things in your favor again. So it's not just that everything's on the fragging. And that's another, so I like this. I think this makes a lot of sense from Mousesports. We'll see the quick play up catwalk from Chris J. Again, you get that fast cat timing when the CTs are forced to smoke mid as they are. And it's really annoying to deal with if you're a CT. Look at the positioning here. This A bomb site's actually very weak at the moment. It's just 2 players, and they're extremely isolated from one another. And that's largely because Tyloo are putting emphasis on holding mid at the whilst their opponents are still defaulting.
He absolutely ate every single calorie of that flashbang. Well, Summer will trade the kill. 2 more players. Actually, Frozen's going to stay outside and keep creeping, while Karrigan is doing the same on the other side of the smoke that you used to see. Will he be heard going into CT spawn? Well, Frozen's been taken out, but I'm not sure if Karrigan's been heard. Someone moves close to the smoke, so perhaps he has heard it. It's really unclear, but Robson Woxic trying to creep into the B bomb site at the same time. Freeman is alone. You can see Karrigan running distraction. Oh, Freeman, he could have let him run past, but he takes the engagement immediately and gets absolutely wrecked. Now Karrigan has position, and it's a 1 versus 2. Bentet, the last man standing, maybe the best man for the job, but he's got no utility, no Molotov to go around the plant spot. Robson's got 1 to deploy himself. 2 versus 1. There's no way Bentet can do this, surely. Woxic has angles with the AWP, which is, I assume, why the Molotov hasn't been deployed, but out it starts to go towards the door, but not in time. That gives Bentet a rough idea of where half the players are. He has a defuse kit. He sees the rifle now. Woxic looking towards the barrels, but where is Rops? He's just playing for the win. There's a grenade out to just delay a few more seconds. If he doesn't peek, then it should be over. It's too late now, and it's even more too late as Bentet is absolutely wrecked.
I gotta say, it's so impressive that Bentet took the AWP away from Woxic and made it look doable. That was very, very awesome to see, and that might be something that really helps Tyloo out in the long run here, because that's a lot of money that Mousesports just lost. That 1 gun, you know, that's a lot of expense. That's like 6k of value that that Woxic had. So, by the way,
for the force buy, Tyloo, their money was arse in this round, so they will use it and make the best of it. And again, they sometimes do very well in the Bedlam, and somebody will start off that way. Is there a flash for him? Well, there's an MP9 and attacker trying to do what he can, but look at all the T's on the way. Bentet now, this round may just be won in this situation. There's a team kill, and we got some shots through the smoke. This is getting super weird for Mousesports. Look at the health of the last 2 players. This is absolute anarchy. Somebody call the police.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too much to do here. Great scout work once again from Bentet. I think he tagged 2 players at once with that scout, and it's really looking bad. And as you say, if Mousesports are doing whatever they can, just a desperation mode. The elevation with the boost on blue is fantastic. Will be good for 1, but they're trapped. They're trapped. There shouldn't be a way out of this position. Now A Longhouse is closed down upon as well by Tyloo, and they don't have to move a muscle. It is the clock against Mousesports, and what the best way for Tyloo to play this is you wait the clock down and then you try to kill the T's after time. That's the way to play this. And
ooh, goodbye.
Now it's looking even worse.
On Old Dust 2, where Frozen's angle was, on Old Dust 2, there was an elevated position where you could actually see a little deeper and see towards the doors, but it doesn't exist on New Dust 2. Frozen doesn't get as far as he likes, and that's a very Tyloo round right there, a very Tyloo round indeed. a round they had no right to win. Look at the money on Mousesports. I say look at the money. There's barely any money. Those wallets are mostly empty. There's nothing to flex. They still have a one-round lead, but how likely is that? I mean, that was a disastrous situation for Tyloo. They were likely to lose 2 rounds in a row, but somehow they won that fight with thanks to a team kill, and you wonder about the psyche of Mousesports in a situation such as that. After a disappointing run in the first map was a complete non-starter. The second map was a very hard situation for them. Something like this might just be a tipping point for them psychologically.
Yeah, certainly it was a difficult one. That's Tyloo team is really full of surprises. Let's see if there'll be any surprises here with these deagles. Only a couple in play. Carrigan with a lot of nice deagle shots in the show match. Now, what is the best option here? We have the C4 towards the B-bomb site in the hands of Mousesports, and 2 players there. I mean, pretty much everything is covered for Tyloo. They're playing a fairly default, safe setup against the pistols. There's no utility, and they're maintaining their ranges. And I think this is going to be a devastating situation if they move into the B-bomb site. Yeah, it's not looking good here for Mousesports. Not even get a kill. The Eagles are gone. And now it's just Chris J. Good confidence round, a good money-making round for Tyloo. Chris J almost getting one on Freeman, but no, denied. 10-10. The scores are tied between Mousesports and Tyloo here on this 3rd and final map. Of course, the winner of this will go to the finals right after this against Ents.
Suddenly, I'm not so sure what to expect.
Yeah, I know.
Right? It's just like things are becoming kind of weird, but this may be a very telling round. We have a Krieg in the hands of Summer, who will be heading towards the B-bomb site. Tyloo with a 4-man investment around A. They're going for a short boost, and they've got 2-man investment towards long. They'll be flashed off, but they won't be too shy about it. Big intentions from Tyloo. 3 players, though, from Mousesports going towards B-bomb site. The smoke is up early, and again, Summer has a Krieg. There's a lurk smoke. And he goes ahead of it. You'll hear the flashbang, and there's going to be carnage on the B-bomb site. Summer takes out Chris J, and now there's this variance because you can't see anything, but the T's have abandoned ship. Carrigan, though, he's made his way through mid. He's outside the doors, but I think maybe he's been heard. Bentet will deal with him. The bomb is still in control. Attackers top mid. Tyloo are just swarming everywhere, but that frag from Frozen gives Mousesports a chance. Bentet, suddenly, he got a kill in CT spawn on, I think, Carrigan, but now he's made his way back towards the A site, and they might not expect anybody to be here. Frozen's got his knife out, pulling his gun out, but it's too late, and now it's just Woxic. I say just Woxic. On this occasion, it is 4 players survive for Tyloo, and the crowd starts to roar once again.
Yeah, that was Frozen gave them an option. He cleared a path through to the A site, but well, there was a snake in the grass, and Bentet struck, and that was that. This is a really good defense here. Summer, you can just see he's so ready for this one. Playing by the smoke, it's very difficult to deal with a player in that position. Tyloo's starting to get fired up once again. The momentum beginning to swing into their favor on this half, and again, as I mentioned, you know, you typically see that the T side is it should be fairly easy to make rounds happen, but it seems to be a struggle for both teams in this instance. And Mousesports, they must be scratching their heads right now, wondering what they have to do to break Tyloo on the CT side. Tyloo on a 3-round win streak.
Brief technical pause. Tyloo have a microphone issue of some description. Tyloo in the lead now. Who would have seen this coming after that first half? I
know, it is very surprising. And this could still go, I mean, if Inferno is anything to judge by, this could, this is completely open. It could go either way, even though Tyloo have the money, they've got the advantages, they've got a Krieg, an AK, the AWP. It just takes one round like we saw that round from somebody where he gets those 2 deagle kills. That's all Mousesports need, a round like that.
And we're back. We've got about 3,000 per person for Mousesports. Not ideal.
No long spawns either. It's B spawns for them right now, and so I mean maybe they're going to go with the B spawns here. Okay, well they've got 2 going dark at least.
They've got 3 smoke grenades, Mousesports. Somebody's made his way through middle doors, however. Cheeky boy. Some will try to support, showing some presence, which may bait a peek here. We'll see. There's a jump peek and a tag. Chris J's alive, though, and being alive is kind of a good situation. Attacker and Bentet are deep towards long. There's nobody keeping an eye on short, but somebody's not too concerned, but he will reposition. Now what do they do, Mousesports? What is their plan? Are these smokes to go towards A, or will they offer something towards the B bomb site? Robs is outside B with the bomb. Frozen goes through mid door, sees nothing. They're playing the range. So this may be a 2 versus 5 situation. Even when you've got rifles, that is still a huge problem. Somebody could make his way into spawn. Oh, okay, the Krieg is here. I forgot that. That'll make things a hell of a lot more difficult. Freeman running out of bullets, but he has some cover. There could be flashes over the top for him if he just hides, but there won't be. There's still Tyloo. Tyloo didn't really react. They were still just now rotating from the A bomb site once Freeman dies. Normally, in that situation, you'll see flashes into the site to help the teammates. And they're going to be retaking with 1 flash and a smoke.
Yeah. It's not really all that ideal, is it? Let's see what they can find, though. I mean, they do have, obviously, more HP in an additional player. That's always nice.
Oh,
there's
boy.
the double peek coming in against Woxy, against the Krieg. The crouch peeking Krieg. Very difficult to deal with. All the smoke goes up to deny Woxic. What is his option? He can try to tap through the smoke a little bit. They know that he's there already, and now it's just down to him. They know where he was last spotted on the plateau. He's on the box, elevated position. Gets one. It's just down to Attacker, and Woxic clears it out. You can see how much it means, and 11-11 is the score, and the money for Tyloo, it's good enough, but this will be their last full buy if they are not to turn this run around at this point.
Sweet revenge for Mousesports. That round was not supposed to happen. It was completely reactive from Tyloo. Once everybody was dead on the B bomb site, then they started to rotate from what I could see on the radar. No flashbang support at all.
And Woxic is really having a good dust 2, James. It's the dust 2 that we needed, that Mousesports needed him to have.
He was always going to, I feel. Somebody takes a shot but misses everything, and he's unable to fall back. Mousesports, again, they just start upping the pace, as they did on Inferno. They will hunt for that kill. The AWP taken away. Although Bentet will collect, it seems. I guess it fell off the side. Rob's lurking outside B. Some will deploy a HE almost at his feet. Does 0 damage. Mousesports now. Just waiting around. There are 2 smokes up around the short position, as you can see. Freeman playing an off angle. Carrigan trying to drive a rotation. There are 3 of the 4 players towards the A bomb site, so we may soon be in a safe situation. Summer will be fully exposed soon, but his teammate might come through. A smoke, will he come in time? No. Can he find 2? Can he find 1? The answer to both is no. Freeman and Attacker remain completely out of position. Surely this is a save.
Yeah, there's no other options at this point. Mousesports have found a way to win rounds, and they found to win rounds consecutively, it seems. So that's a change. We'll move up to 12 rounds as Tyloo will be able to save the AWP onto Freeman, which will give them options in the next round. However, their loss bonus is minimal at this point. Their loss bonus will be $1,900, and most of them have between $100 and $500. So it's likely going to be a spot where they'll full save around the AWP and the M4, and there's a bunch of different ways you can try to play it. You can try to commit those weapons into a position where early on you get a chance to win the round. So it might be the case that we'll see a heavy presence from the CTs around long. They'll buy a couple flashbangs to try to take that long position. That's the way to get fights early on. It's a way to maybe get guns if you win the duels against the Ts. And if that happens, you're on. But if there's a long drawn-out rounds, they won't be able to do much. So they want to try to find value early on if they are to find value at all. And so yeah, I would imagine that we won't see a full buy around this. A couple flashbangs maybe. Or no, just a full save.
This has to be so hard to watch
yeah.
for any fan of Tyloo. This is just brutal, the way this is going back and forth. Again, for just a moment, maybe things felt a little equal, and then an eco victory from Mousesports changes everything. Summer and Attacker need the round of their lives. They have USPs around them at the moment, unless something else is bought. This is a tactical from Mousesports at present.
So I'm trying to figure out what Tyloo are going to do with their AWP and their M4 just by looking at their spawns and kind of where they're facing and so on. And it looks like the M4 on attack. It looks like he's going to go towards the A side. I'm not sure if they're going to boost him yet. And Summer is kind of just looking dead in the middle, so not sure there either. Okay, he's going to go for a mid peek, I guess. This is a brave way to start off the round, and he's going to get taken down immediately. I guess it makes sense. It is a way to get a fast kill. You gamble for it. Somebody picks up the AWP, so you do keep the AWP rolling, but somebody unable to convert, and Woxic is just, he's just a predator at the moment, James. He's there high in the trees, just looking down below.
Yeah, you can see the baiting for his teammates. His teammates are baiting as well to some degree, effectively. Robson Carrigan looks to be creeping into towards the B bomb site, by the way. Surprise. Well, Freeman can go and wait for Half-Life now because he's been absolutely ruined in this round. And the remainder of Tyloo are towards the A bomb site, and I think at this point it is Operation Hold On to the Rifles. Bentet spotting long with a USP, the remainder holding short. This is the position now for the coming rounds for Tyloo. Mousesports are going to make it to 13 rounds. These are really dangerous waters for Tyloo. They had a great start to this half. They won 5 of the first 6 rounds, but now it feels like they are so far away.
I like the idea a lot and how they played the AWP with the USPs. I think that was probably the best way they could have tried to get that early kill I was talking about. And they do manage to save the AWP and the M4 Kevlar after all. So one of the best cases I'd say. So I have to see what they're able to offer now and in one of these following rounds. And you can see now the difficulty that you might start to have playing a CT side. They managed to get 5 rounds fairly quickly, but now Mousesports have established their own economy and they found a pace, a flow. And this is the thing as well on Dust 2. The CTs throw that defensive smoke to cross to the B site. You get fast timings on Cat as the T side. You get fast timings down to middle if you want. There's all kinds of issues that the CTs have to deal with. They also have to worry about fast long takes. They don't know if you're going to have long spawns or not, so then they have to also often play fast towards long. So that said, 3 across it. What is the plan here? Chris J down towards the double doors.
Attacker will be left towards long. Wow, they've just gone straight through. Another fast round from Mousesports. Pentis like, what? What is to my left? They've just been compromised immediately. There's a Trojan horse. There's a back door. And he's going to ring the bell, Bentet, but that won't be enough. That just won't be enough. As Mousesports look to head towards 14. Chris J traded. They look through the window. They see nothing. In the meantime, Frozen goes through the entrance to B and takes everybody out. This is a disaster for Tyloo. Mousesports with a master stroke. They completely break Tyloo. They snap them like a twig. And they are 2 rounds away from a grand final in Shanghai.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Summer there. Was it Summer or Freeman? I'm not sure which one. But yeah, just like the struggle to get the kill into Frozen. I mean, I don't know. That was a huge whiff. It looked like a huge whiff. And had that whiff not happened, had that trade happen, as it probably would most of the time, it's a 3v3. And you have a guy with position on the B bomb site. Maybe, there's another kill in it there. Who knows? But that one whiff has cost them everything here. And indeed, as you say, 2 rounds away, Mousesports. And if we think about the beginning of this series, Mousesports were outclassed completely on Overpass. They got smashed. And then on the second map, it was a struggle to even get in it, but they just barely mounted a comeback right at the end at the last possible moment and got like 10 rounds in a row or something and then managed to win in overtime. And then it moves, and then it's this.
Tyloo
unreal, isn't it?
Had so many chances to close this out. And now all the chances seem to be slipping away. But they're back on the bye. The AK will be thrown around. It's a timeout from Tyloo at the moment. Freeman with 4,800. So they're good. But it has to be now. It has to be now for Tyloo. They're up against 5 scopes, 4 of which are on Kriegs. That doesn't bode well for them. Not much does in this game of Dust 2. Woxic topping the leaderboard for Mousesports, 22 for 14. Summer's actually leading the charge, 25 for 14, but he needs to do more. They all do. He needs to do more. There's the Tyloo crowd getting hyped up again. Now, after that race car play, the Ferrari peaked through mid doors. All that changed the way Tyloo wants to play their game. Bentet, an attacker with some aggression towards long. Somebody will see something of Carrigan, who will show some presence and try to harass even more. Maybe trying to pull CTs away from the long position. There's attacker by Blue. He takes both. Robs is creeping now, but he's got a bomb. He can't do so much. Carrigan has found his way into CT spawn. He's 180ing. He's going for the frag on somebody, but he will survive. Such a nervous situation for Tyloo, but they've got a 3 versus 2.
Yeah, that was a very, very difficult situation. but it's still on here for Rops and Woxic of Mousesports as they go through the double doors. They've got the smoke to isolate somebody away, and it's just going to be one player on that B-bomb side. It's Freeman, although Freeman actually able to dodge out and get a kill before it seems like it was anticipated by Mousesports, leaving Woxic in a 1 versus 3. He has been the best player on Dust 2 so far. Oh, I think, did he just see ahead? I'm not sure.
Radar.
He has information. Maybe his teammate spotted. Maybe there's a call that's been made. Maybe not, because Woxic, it doesn't matter, still gets the kill anyway. The bomb plant gets put down immediately. He knows he doesn't have much time to reposition as he goes back to plateau. And he's got to look the right way, the right time, just dodging big box in time as he looks for the first engagement. Gets one. Oh, Woxic's managed to do it again.
Somebody went in the doors half blind from his own flash or his own team's flash, and they've lost everything. Tyloo, 11-15. So many match points, couldn't convert a single one, lost in overtime, and lost on Dust 2.
Oh man, that's got to really be very bad for the mentality of Tyloo. It's almost over. Like, do they feel defeated already? This is never a situation you should be giving up. And Tyloo, there's been more than one of those spots, James. Even in the first 10 rounds, we saw a couple spots where it felt like they started to crack when we saw that Mousesports big streak of rounds.
Timeout from Mousesports. Attacker's got 5250. Most of about 3400. Attacker went by the AWP. He's going for the M4 and utility. Tyloo have not been in the driving seat. They've barely even seen the car. They've been walking for the most part, it feels like, in this one.
Someone stole their Uber.
4 rounds in a row required. And how likely does it look? I don't know. They managed to get a bunch of rifles out of it, including the French gun on Freeman. It's been not the easiest game for him. Attacker towards long once again. There's a flurry of flashes, but there's no push just yet. But look again, it's race car from Mousesports towards that short position. A smoke up on the long doors. Won't seem to slow them down. They're just going for it. Again, not allowing Tyloo to really respond. Somebody is by that goose position, deploying a flash, and he's not really equipped for this. He's got the MP9 again, but there's no multi-frag this time.
Yeah, he did what he could. I think that was the best play to make. He knew they had to run through the Molotov as well. The UMP will be finding some close ranges for Summer at the very least, so that's something. But he needs to be able to get that kill. It's very difficult as well. Slow rate of fire. He's got to find a headshot straight away. And he finds the timing. The flashbang goes in, but Woxic gets a 90-degree turn at no notice. Another frag from Woxic. He cannot be stopped, or maybe he can just in the nick of time. Freeman sweeps in with a double, and that will be a very needed round for Tyloo to keep them in this. Oh my God, that was so close. The timing of that was unreal. How did Woxic get those kills?
I don't know, but I thought that one was over. 3 more chances. There's loads of money for Mousesports. They will have no issues buying. Things will look a little better for Tyloo, but just how likely? This doesn't feel like they're going to win any of these rounds. They only need 3 more. Woxic is just an animal, isn't he? He's just crazy with this AWP. Freeman, talk about impact frags. Really, really important, coming to life towards the end here. They need 3 more, Tyloo. Haven't seen too many connections through the doors, which is a blessing for them at the very least, Tyloo, that is. Frozen will force his way in towards long. There are 4 players now on long. Again, a fast run from Mousesports, not allowing Tyloo to respond. There are 3 players in the B bomb site. Somebody is running for his life, and he might just be able to survive. 30 HP for him with the AWP. Still 3 players in the B bomb site for Tyloo. They're not doing anything. They're just being static. They're playing reactive.
Somebody able to get one from Elevator. Another flick connected. Summer helping out as well. It is a wipeout here, but Woxic is left, and he has been feeling it from round to round, doing damage with the AWP. But even he is deciding that this is a situation he's got to rethink. He's got to back away and take some more passive angle, hoping that with the time on the clock that maybe Tyloo will make a mistake. Maybe Tyloo will overextend. And in the meantime, whilst he holds, he takes the attention, and maybe Rops can do something.
Somebody just flying around.
That's what he does.
Looking for cheap information. Woxic needs Rops to make a play. They know where Woxic is. They don't know where Rops is. Rops needs an MVP performance here. Over the flames, he will find Attacker. Now they've got a split of the A bomb site. They've got long and short. They don't have position as CTs of Tyloo, apart from on the bomb. Bentet starting to flank, so position gets better. But every round, every situation feels nervous for Tyloo, no matter how good things are looking. Now it's down to Woxic. 19 seconds. That's the main advantage here for Tyloo, because you never know with Woxic. Fourth play survive for Tyloo. The crowd still believe. Only 2 rounds now. You can see how nervous it is. Even the staff are worried.
This is starting to become doable again. I cannot believe it. We've seen this time and again. Both Mousesports and Tyloo. It's unpredictable rounds, round after round.
AWP for both squads. There's finally a tag as there's a cross. Summer left with 31 HP. That could be the difference. Again, Tyloo, they seem to be favoring 3 players in the B bomb site. Maybe these fast plays from Mousesports are making them worry about a rush into B or another play through the mid doors once again. In that respect, they play a reactive game. This limits what they can do around the map. Mousesports, of course, have no idea just yet, so they'll do their usual shenanigans. Throw their utility, maybe pop through the mid door, see what's going on. Invite a response from Tyloo, and that's exactly what they will do. Now the bomb's in mid, so it could still go either way. Rob's lurking towards B as he normally does. There's a swing towards the B bomb site, so there will be 3 defenders, but will it work out for Tyloo?
Yeah, Carrigan looking to be the first man on the entry here to be the one that gets traded by his team. Will that trade happen? No Summer with a double on the defense. Looking out the door now, almost taunting his opponents. He's looking for the next kills. They all are, and this is just slowed down far too much for Mousesports. They can't seem to get any traction in this push. Rops and Frozen left alive. Now just Frozen, and now nobody at all. And they've been wiped out again.
Where's the money for Mousesports?
Oh dear, it's not there, James. It is not there. It's 2,000, between 2,000. Most players have between 2,000 and 3,000. It's just Rops who has 4,500, but everybody else is pretty broke here. Oh God, it's happening again, James. I feel like we're going to another overtime, but I can't call it too early.
Yeah, there's a Krieg, man, and Rops is carrying it. There's a Scout, and Woxic's carrying it. I believe in nothing. Rops towards B, but this time more aggressive. Normally he's lurking, but he can't like now. He's got the only rifle other than the Scout. An exchange from both sides. Such a nervous situation for all concerned. Mousesports, they've looked strong. How on earth are Tyloo 1 round away from overtime?
I just don't
It's a scientific anomaly.
It's kind of crazy. In Mousesports, they don't have really any presence around the catwalk position. Tyloo waiting for a delayed long take, which is not going to be coming anytime soon. They don't know that so many players are ready to burst B. And this comes down to the B defenders. It comes down to Summer, and it comes down to Freeman. And there it is, Summer there on the elevated position, gets the first one. Somebody also defending. It's down to Freeman on the B bomb site. He is looking to do a lot of damage here, but there's a chance. The B bomb site has been won by Mousesports, and they should just get a plant out of this.
It's another retake on the B bomb site with next to no grenades. There are some flashes. A HE is to be deployed. Will it land in the right spot? It will do some damage. There'll be a boost over the smoke, I think, but oh, they've made too many sounds. It's obvious now. This is awkward. They have to do this, but they just haven't had that much success. It's a flashbang. Now things are made a lot easier, but Woxic is the last man. He has been a nightmare for Tyloo on the B bomb site in these clutch situations. Now it's the 1 versus 1. It's the Krieg versus the M4. Woxic has ruined the dreams of Tyloo, and Mousesports goes to the final.
He's done it again, James. I think he's won every single clutch on the B bomb site. Doesn't matter the numbers against him. Woxic is just a fortress there, and that has been a defining moment of this game. We had so many performances. Rops was a consistent performer across every single map, but when it counted, when it really counted, it was Woxic that stood up beside him to really lift Mousesports into a level that was enough to defeat Tyloo, but it went down to the very last